はい、というわけで、久々のスカイリム。何やったっけ、ザ・シャイヤーでいいはずやな。1からやっていきたいと思います。ウィルムストゥースは結局あれで終わりやったっぽいね。あとは自由に探索してください的な。で、クエスト開始がやったかな。まあ完全に日本語まで入ってるはずやねんけど。何やこいつら。こんな感度高かったっけ？まあいっか。
おい、危ない。
あれ？なんか滑った。消えた。はい、とりあえずこの道を行ったら、来た。王宮の友。
お前たちはもう終わりよ。
死ね。
Thank the stars. Your aid arrived just in time.
助けを必要としている人を守るのは当然
It
だ。
warms my heart to hear these words. Perhaps you would be willing to speak with me for a brief
顔
while.
が濃い
It's
な。
nice to be guarded while I catch my breath for a short spell. I take it you know these lands. I am unfamiliar with these regions, I admit. I followed a strange gate leading from the lands I've sworn to protect.
不思議な
In
も
my
んを通って
kind,
きた。
we face hardship, but hostility welcomes me here too, I see. The creatures that lay before me, they resemble a people from my world, yet the ones I know would have not acted so foolishly, or asked so many irregular questions. These creatures look foul, and their actions agree with their appearance. It is all very puzzling.
サルモールってどんな人間やったかもう覚えてねえな。高潔さのかけらもな
I
い連
think
中
I was right in my assumptions. You must possess a fair amount of knowledge concerning this land. I believe I'm getting to understand you better. But allow me one more question.
この世界でのあ
What
な
is
た
your
の
role in
役目。
this world? What do you deem your purpose to be?
全部あんねんな。すごいな。 力を求めているというか。
I cannot say I agree with your philosophy, but I will not turn away from this interaction either. Not yet. Thank you for all you have told me. I suppose it is only fair that I introduce myself now, is it not? I am called Biocell, and I am a ranger of iron ore. I have come to this world by accident, after I passed through a strange gate I discovered, hidden just out of sight. I would not have come here, were not that my people were tasked with the protection of a tranquil land. Lately we find ourselves besieged. New threats have arisen, and I was sent out to find help or allies. Upon entering this strange world of yours, I approached this small band of Thalmor, you call them? They attacked me after I refused to answer their questions. Now I am uncertain if coming here was a mistake or not, but at least I found you. Would you care to meet my kind and its leader, or perhaps even join our cause? Whether it be honour, fame or gold you seek, I am certain we can cater to your needs in a satisfying manner.
つまり自分の国助けてくれと。
An adventure is the very least you should expect. I hope you do not romanticize my predicament. This is no fairy tale you step into. I'm afraid you will need to find your way to our base of operations by yourself. We will meet again once you seek out the old farmhouse east of DarkenD.
バーグエンドの東にある。あ、シャイアへ旅に出る。シャイアでよかったな。これ？人目につかないもんとか言ってなかったか？バカでかいもん通ってきたけど。
What? Something like a shadow just swept by. I think it's one of those big folks. Oh, this again. You've been smoking too much.
なんか色合いが
How long do I gotta put up
今までとは全然違
big
う。
folk invading the Shire nonsense? The Shire was peaceful enough for my parents, and by the hair of my toes, it will be peaceful enough for my children too.
大きい人って俺のことか？
Dramatic about to happen anytime soon. Well, you can keep believing that if you want, but when them big folk have you cooking their second breakfast and fetching their wine, you'll wish you would have listened to me. You look like the type that would head off in one of those adventures. Ugh, nasty things in my opinion.
でも馬は普通だよね。
何かに飢えた不気味なものを感じる。
あ、こいつも普通か？わかんねえもん。
Can I help you?
これはちっせえな。ちっさ。そういう世界ってことでいいんよな。ずれてるし。
Doing well this fine morning, I hope.
ちっせ。えでか。いや、まだ縮尺がわからんからなんと。でか。 バイエセルが話していた放棄された農家ってなんだ？ウェルカム。開かねえ。
乗ってくかい。肌が雪のように白いな。日光が怖いのか？
もう柵の高さとか振ってたけど、あいつらが小さいだけなんかな。
I'm almost out of pipe tobacco, as if the Shire doesn't have enough problems. You look like the type that would head off in one of those adventures. Ugh, nasty things in my opinion.
もう、全部飛べる状態。村を。隠れ家やんな。これな、農家って。これ走ったら結構あるか。スカイリムと比べるとだいぶ濃いな。実勢。
I would have been an adventurer like you, but I couldn't quite get myself out the door. Keep your nose out of trouble.
膝に矢を受けたか。
No trouble will find you. Or perhaps a fresh pie? What do you want? Care to look at my... I'm sure you'll find something you're looking for. All right then.
まあ普通やな。
You look nothing but the best for you. Until the next time. I've got the best wares in all the Shire. Nay, all of Middle Nern on Maybe even beyond.
これは入れないだけだよな。大丈夫だよな。不安になってきた。
I should get back to my armchair. Hope you come again. Mash 'em up, boil 'em, stick 'em in a... I'm and where... Oh, hello there. I should get back to my armchair. Hello.
Now some say the Shire may be overrun one day. Bah, I say. The Shire will remain as peaceful for my children as it was for my parents.
You ventured outside of town. At least 3 hours. Anything interesting to report? I'm almost out of pipe tobacco. As if the Shire doesn't have enough problems.
とても問題があるような BGM ではない。いや、バカ遠いな。まだ敵対生物が1ミリもおらへんねん。いや、どっからこのゴリラ。ストーントロール。ゴリラじゃん。トロールズ・ベイン。死んでる。ちょくちょくおるな。森に入った途端雨が降って、森から抜けたら雨がやんの。そういう場所なの。ディップウィールド。おいおいおいおい。ドワフィストドワーフ。お前の墓に最後の間違いだ。やるもんならやってみろ。こいつらがキャンプしてたやつらか。かっけえな鎧。 逃げた？そうか。侍じゃん、鎧だけ。いや、弓弱いな。矢が弱いんか。レベル上げなあかんのよな、弓の。
逃げ場ないぞ。そこを動くな。
すまんな、なんかキャンプ中に。ここで何してたんや。BGM が恐ろしく軽快やな。いや、これバカでかいな。さすがにトラベルガンガン使わんと足折れるな。
What do you want?
ちっせえな、や
You
っぱ。
look like the type that would head off in one of those adventures. Ugh, nasty things in mind.
Huh?
来る前にあったやつは普通やったよな。
boy, you're a new one round here, aren't you? Oh, I haven't eaten a thing in at least 3 hours.
Hello there!
I don't think I'll make it. Oh, I should get back to my
何何
armchair.
あ、違う。
Huh? Yes?
I do so love smoking.
恐ろしく平和やな。あれかな、誕生日なのかな。え
Well, well, what have we here? A stranger approaches the secluded base of the Rangers.
バイエセルよ。
And yet she didn't mention to
Ah,
report to the
yeah.
gatekeeper. That girl never was a bright one to begin with. Well, at least I have you now. From what I can tell, you check out all right. Please find your own way into the base. You should be fine. Just don't forget to shine your light on the situation. If at the end of the day you are still pondering my choice of words, then the Rangers will have no use for you.
なんだこいつ助け求めといて。
The pleasure is mine. Of that you can be sure. Give my regards to Thorman. He'll be so glad to
Thorman.
hear from me. You will find him inside.
こいつは普通やねんな。あ、どこ？なるほどね。ちっさ。
Captain, looks like the mouse sprung our trap.
え、罠にかけ、あ、バイ、服、
I
それっぽ
strongly
い服着て
suggest
る
you。speak quickly to explain your presence here.
まだ手を出すのは早い。
Buyer cell sent you. I suppose I can see why, especially if you helped her from a pack of foes. But any scoundrel could pick up a name, couldn't they? Such a pity she isn't here to confirm your tale. So, just to be safe,
よーし。
describe her to me.
目の色が緑色やった。 わかんねえ。覚えてねえよ。緑の服は着ていたな。
Huh. I guess it is safe to say you did meet her. Perhaps we started off on the wrong foot. You may not be my enemy after all.
やったぜ。
I need one more thing before your release is warranted. What is your name, stranger? Thank you. My name is Thorman, and I am Byersel's captain. Your words have earned you your freedom. Now please, follow me into our base. We will continue our conversation in there.
Thorman, this is a joke, right? You're not actually going to let her in, are you? She hardly answered the way we agreed on.
You're right, she didn't. But my reasons behind this decision are my own. Go ahead and unlock her cage.
お、降りな。
Just a fair warning. If you so much as adjust your sheath while you're in here, I'll have a dagger up your throat faster than you can apologize. I hope that's perfectly clear. Here's the key, Outlander. I'm sure you know how to use it.
俺が開けるんかい。
Good you're back. We never got the chance to finish our discussion from earlier. What of these trolls? I suppose you think they came down from the mountains by chance as well. These are no coincidences.
Listen, Foridon, I've heard your opinion, but what would you do about this situation right now?
I don't know, something. Anything is better than sitting here talking about what could be done.
We cannot act too hasty. We need to think about our actions. Think about the consequences. We can't just barge into people's lives and disrupt their routines. We need to act with caution, that's all I'm saying.
I think Fordon has a point, though. I too am wary of sitting idly by while our enemies move at the fringes of our sight. How can we hope to do good if we cannot warrant the safety of those we're supposed to protect? How can we leave our mark on this world if we sit still?
Ah, I see what you're trying to do, both of you. You would replace my vision with your own. I'll have none of this. Thorman, you've been quiet this whole time. Surely you can dismiss their concerns.
Concerns? Well, sounds like you three are still not satisfied with the way I deal with our problems.
I am satisfied, Thorman. I was just telling Foridon and Tinruth that we should have faith in our capabilities.
Thursik, you coward! Hiding behind the chief again?
No need for hostilities, Tinruth. Thorman, you know how I feel about maintaining a passive stance in these times.
I am well aware of your reservations. You also know nothing has changed. We need more information before we can turn to action.
Of course. But we should at least dispatch scouting parties to see what areas are threatened. What is the use of waiting until it's too late?
We would. If we could spare the manpower.
つま
We
り
cannot afford to discontinue our regular duties. I need everyone on their post, and that is that.
If you insist, Thorman.
偶然避ける人員が来てしまったね。
Stop playing the victim, Tinruth. We know you are capable, and no,
Oh,
we're not
来たな。
holding you back. Patience is one of the final lessons you need to learn, apparently.
If only someone would actually teach me anything.
Ah, there's a familiar face. I'm glad you found your way to our base, Outlander. It took you longer than most, though. I assume you've met Thorman, our captain?
We have met, yes. And I hope the Outlander forgives me for the manner in which it happened.
I think that means you were locked up in our cage. Isn't that right? Thorman, this one helped me defeat a gang of... Thalmor, you call them? I owe my life to this Outlander.
I know. She told me about your shared battle. That display of bravery played a sizable part in the Outlander's release. I would welcome such a brave soul, if they were willing to lend a hand in some of our efforts. I assume that is why you sent her here by herself. You expressed our need for aid?
I did indeed. Therefore, I am glad the Outlander showed up. I think she will be a boon to our cause.
For better or for worse, we are in need of aid. Please speak to the other rangers while Buyersell and I discuss what needs to be done.
What do you want?
予期せぬパーティー。ドラスクがちょっと厄介そうなやつなんだよな。
Huh? Yes? Greetings. It is my pleasure to meet you. Despite what the others may think, I believe you will be a great boon to our company. But perhaps I speak too soon, and my words are filled with too much hope. However, we could truly use some light in this darkness, and I hope Thorman will decide to have you join our ranks. As a hired hand, of course. If I could answer any of your questions, let me know.
お前は誰だ？
I am Forodant. And how may I address you, stranger? Glad to make your... In what other way can I be of assistance? I traveled through the Shire to assess any rising threats. If you need to know what occurs in between these hills, speak to me.
偵察
I
性
am
的
most
なね。
skilled in moving unseen and treading silently.
おお、俺の箱でもある。
Without the knowledge I provide to our company, we might just as well be blind. Being assigned to this region could be thrilling, were it not that Thorman is so reluctant to act. I know what happened to the other rangers, but I don't understand why we need to sit, wait, and talk everything over so often. What good can come from a passive stance at a time when the shadows grow? At this moment, I wish I could have gone with Theobald's company. But maybe times are changing. You are here after all.
各地にいるのね。
I'm afraid you could not. Well, not a proper ranger anyway. But with a decent attitude and excellent results, what would your ancestry matter? I think you could fight alongside us if you sufficiently prove your worth.
そうだな。レンジャーよりも上やからな。
After weeks of sitting around and doing nothing, you are the first change this company has seen in a long time. I welcome you, and you've got that eager look in your eyes. It is true I know nothing of you, but I have a feeling you will be of value to our cause. I earned my position here through the skill and efficiency. I would love to share some of the tales of my adventure, but now may not be the best time to sit and exchange. Sure.
「めっちゃいろんなもんあるやん。お、めんどくさそうなやつ来たな。
Is there something you're trying to... You'll have to excuse me if I won't greet you with a... I do not know who you are, where you're from, or why you're truly here. I hope you will not betray the trust of Thorman and loyal Buyersell. But that is the extent... Alas, if you have any questions for me, it is my duty to provide you with the information you seek.
そういう決まり
But
な
I
のか。
hope we can be brief. Conversations are not something I find comfort in. I am called Durusk. I suppose you would have a name. Alright then, what else would... I fight. I also know how to mend broken weapons and armor, and train some of the other rangers. But I mostly just meet our foes on the battlefield. Isn't much more to say. I am fond of these halflings here, although they call themselves by a different name. It is mostly a peaceful land with many beautiful vistas. But I fear for this place, as a shadow spread. The thought of a corrupt Shire fills me with dread. However, I know what my duty is, and I will perform it. No, rangers are a kind of people, not something you can become like a... Let me be honest. I don't think you are fit for the challenges that come with the life as a protector of the Shire. But I've been known to judge others hastily in the past. Work hard and well, and you might earn your way into a more prominent position in our group. What reason do I have to trust you? This is not a life of glory and triumph. It is one of hardship, where the smallest of errors will result. I am reluctant to put my life in the hands of a stranger who There is something I should have told you earlier. Come to me if you need training, but if you search for the secret, is that For now, let me be Durusk. Uh-huh.
ペットは5つ。さっき見た5人で全部ってことか。
Yes?
こんなとこから何が見えんの？
I'm to believe that you could be the answer to our problems. Truthfully, I fail to see why we should trust you. We're doing quite well on our own, thank you. What task is there for you to do that I wouldn't be able to do myself?
あなたにできて私にできないでしょ。
I just wish I had more time to perform all these extra duties.
逆に何ができるんや。
Let me know if you need any information from me. I am Tinruth. What should I call you then? All right. Need anything else? I'm a busy woman, you know. I'm unsure your weak mind will fathom it. I'll try to explain it to you. While the other rangers go to the Shire and perform their tasks, I remained here to defend the base and prioritize the tasks that need to be completed.
なんで理解できひんと思ったんや今。ああ、つまり発生なんだ。
I knew you wouldn't understand. It used to be dull, but now things are in motion. I've seen shadowy figures near our base and rough-looking men in the fields. I'm not allowed to engage, though. Thorman won't allow it. I just wish he would treat me more like buyer sell. I know your type. You think you could storm in here and earn your position in higher ranks after performing just a few tasks. This isn't a group like that, friend. In any case, I joined before you did, so I'm due for promotion long before you can escape your menial tasks.
先輩でもないぞお前。関係ないぞ。
I was sent to Thorman to finish my training under his guidance. I wish he would grant me the title already. How much longer do I need to prove myself? But I think I already said too much, and I won't discuss these matters with you straight. You? Ha! You're not even of our bloodline. I think the best you could do is perform day to day. If I ever need to have my boots polished, I'll send you a note. Of course.
I'm in the middle of something right now. What do you need?
Outlander, after some consideration, we'd like to ask you to perform some minor tasks for us.
What do you want?
Your efforts would truly help our cause, even though the jobs appear mundane. We do not have much gold to offer, but you will become...
I know our offer to perform trivial jobs doesn't seem like much, but you would truly help our effort should you accept. What say you? Will you help me once more? I am happy to hear it. Take some time to explore our base, or to speak to my fellow rangers to see what needs to be done. I will see you again soon. いやもうレンジャーと話すことはない。
敵をよこせ。危ない。
What are the specifics? You'll have to forgive me if I seem overly suspicious, but what business is that of yours?
なんで主人公やたらと過去聞きたがるんやろな。
I'm not sure how folk behave in your land, but here we don't open up to others so quickly.
あ、ソーメンの評価下がった。
Yes, perhaps you are. I suppose it would be harmless enough.
好
I
感度
guess
シ
it's
ステムがあ
only
る。
fair if we start at the beginning. I wasn't born in the Shire, but
いや、めっ
rather
ちゃどうでもいい。
there I grew up, born into the race of the Dunedain. But at that time I was just a normal kid. I can recall one time we stole all of the livestock off the local farm and snuck them into one of our neighbors' houses. What was that we used to call him? Grouchy Ned. Anyways, Grouchy Ned awoke the next morning by a startled pony, which we had tied to his leg the night before, dragging him across his house. The next thing anyone in the town knew, there came cranky old Ned crashing out his chicken feathers and expensive silverware bursting into the street afterward. Needless to say, it wasn't long before he found the two little rascals that set the whole thing. Both of us had the pleasure of working for Ned to pay off the damage we caused. I had a good friend back then. That was a long time. It would be best not to dwell in the past for an extensive period of time, lest we forget our current danger. That is none of your concern. If you'll excuse me, more important matters await.
あんだけ喋っといて、ちょっと話広げようとしたら評価下がるんかよ。
Good. We still have work to do. Good. You're still here. Like I said before, I wish to discuss some tasks with you that need doing. Nothing too difficult, but I have 5 different tasks you can choose from. I noticed our food stores are running low, and the base is in dire need of material. I also received word of a wolf pack about to cross the Shire borders, and that goblins have set up camp in our territory. Finally, I understand that strange folk have been sighted in some of the villages in these areas. What matter would you like to attend to?
全部やった、全部。
We are currently attentive of 3 halfling settlements where suspicious big folk have been sighted. Further Hill, McHale Dolving, and Halfington. Go to each of these locations and discover what you can about the strangers there. Then, report back. If you have trouble locating them, try the innkeeper in each town. It's likely to be all they talk about anyway. We'll discuss your payment in larger detail when you return. Speak your piece.
めっちゃめんどくさそうなん選んでもうた。結局全部やるパターンじゃないんかこれ。怪しげな大きい人。ワイのことじゃないんか。
I saw a huge crab the other day. Came in from the western borders. Nasty creature.
出入り口ここなん？
We've got better things to focus
前あるよ
on
な。
by ourselves.
Not at all. What's on your mind? Sure. My father took up the life of a watcher, as did my mother. Because of this, I was raised on the road. Wandering from village to camp just seemed natural to me. I was too young to fully understand where we were all going, or why, but I remember one time, my parents were travelling in the woods near Tildo's Trolls. When they noticed a pack of wolves had surrounded some... It was the first time I'd seen my parents in action. They were magnificent. From that point, I wanted nothing more than to become a ranger in my later years. But I could go on, and bore you quite easily with tales of my childhood. Shall we continue with current matters?
下か。こっちか。普通の出口ないが普通の出口。ないやん。いや、めんどくさ、こいつらみんなあんなとこから毎日手配りしてんのか。で、3つの村を巡れと。メインクエストの進展ごとにレンジャーの過去の話を聞くのを忘れないように。あ、すげえな、内装。めっちゃ綺麗じゃん。
Welcome to the best tavern in Halflington, the Emerald Flagon.
めちゃくちゃ綺麗じゃん。
If you're looking for those of a strange nature, I'm afraid you just missed them. Two of them, from Bray by their looks. Up to no good, if you ask me. They just stepped outside before you came in. Doubt they've gotten far since.
You don't seem to understand, Mr. Lonesmith. These tomatoes just aren't worth what you've listed. They're worth what my friend here says they are. And what is that anyway, Barry? Judging by the ripeness, I'd say they couldn't be worth more than 2 gold each.
2 of each? I couldn't.
こいつらやからか。
But you will, Mr. Lonesmith. What do you think you were selling? A batch of perfect tomatoes? These are far from it.
Alright, it's a deal. Just take what you need and be gone.
Don't be in such a hurry to see us off. You should expect many similar transactions in the future. Why would I care if you did? It was just an honest business transaction. The little fella agreed to the terms, didn't he? It's not as if we forced anything out of him.
万事完璧だった。見事だった。
Performed flawlessly. What do you mean? Who are you? You may have gold and other such riches, but you don't have power. At least not
力
here.
がない？
Our master does. You see, what good is coin if you're locked up and can't use it? Are you threatening me?
White Will, remember what the master said. There'll be another time.
Yes, I'm well aware of what he said. Alright, outsider. Consider yourself lucky. We'll do what you say this time, but I'd be more careful about whose business you interfere with in the future. You may not be as fortunate. Hey, Mr. Low himself. This fella here has a problem with our arrangement. Said we should give you the merchandise back.
No, I don't want them back. Just keep them. It was a fair trade. Now let that be the end of it.
Hear that? He doesn't even want him back. It'd appear all your vigilance was for nothing. We went after all, outsider.
じゃあいっか。完璧なやり取りやったってことやな、つまり。こういう種族も。あの大きい人はどっから来たんや。てかレンジャーも全員大きい人やったんだ。すげえ。
There was an half-orc in town about a week ago. He was looking to buy some arrows off a few of the merchants here, but he demanded an unreasonably low price for them. After being denied, word is he headed north into the Brinbale Wood. I guess he's moved on from there. But if you're looking for him, that might be a good place to start.
1週間前やったらもうおらんやろ。 え、一人？
Keep your voice down. I'm hunting deer, and they're skittish enough without you yelling. What are you doing? Now I'm liable to wait several more hours for the deer to come back. You've practically ruined a whole day's work, you fool. What are you talking about? I'm doing just fine. This isn't my first time hunting.
鹿狩りの経験なんかないけど。
Plain sight. Why I was stalking a deer. That's why I was walking about. My stench? Impossible. I just bathed the morning before last. And my arrows? Well, perhaps you have something there. But it's hardly my fault. You know those little fellas back in Furtherhill? A bunch of overly suspicious worms, if you ask me. I just stopped by their shops to do some honest trading. And what do? Shun me. Those halflings better learn a thing or two about how to treat us big folks soon. 'Cause in the future, when new leadership is present, we won't tolerate that sort of behavior.
え？矢を撃ってもいいけど、まあ。
What have you got?
あお手伝い
What's
か。
the deal? Ah, these are nice. Strong shaft, sharp head, crisp fletching. Expert craftswork. The master will have to see these. Pleasure doing business with you.
やったぜ。
You agree? That's good. It's not often I run across someone who shares my views. And I've seen you know a bit about hunting. I'll keep this conversation of ours in mind. Then if you ever find yourself in need of a job, I'll put in a good word for you with my boss. But until then, I need to finish up my work here.
いや、狩る気ないやろ、しかも。いや、平和やな。めちゃくちゃ平和やな。
No. No, you can't be one of them. Not here. Not now.
あれ？これが対象やったか。
You can bet by the hair on your toes I have. Don't suppose you've overheard that big folk in the corner, have you? He's been in here all week, keeps yammering on about nonsense. Different times are coming, new leadership, fair distribution of goods. That typical doomsday stuff. I'd ask him to leave, but I dare not confront a fella like him.
あ、お金払わないのは良くないですね。
Huh? No. No, you can't be one of them. Not here. Not now. Don't lie to me, lady. Oh, yeah. You're not lying, are you?
嘘をついてるっ
Of
て？
course you're not. Just a regular patron, right? Sorry about the misunderstanding there, just thought you were someone else. What's it about? One of them conspiring little midgets put you up to this, didn't they? Nosy little rascals. The lot of them. Well, if you gotta know, I work for a man. Okay, I worked for him. Dark and shrouded was he? I never quite saw his face or much anything else. He wanted me to deliver a shipment of supplies he'd brought from one of the locals. Normally I don't do business here in the Shire, but the pay on this delivery was more than considerable. He said it was just some barley and wheat, but from the weight I would've guessed it was something like stone or lumber. Maybe weapons. Doesn't pay to be asking what you're transporting though. Not that I would've dared to anyway. Seemed like he'd rather keep his business to his own. That's not to say I wasn't half tempted to take a peek inside one of those crates. I didn't, of course, but I couldn't help feeling a mite bit curious. All the more so when my carriage was ransacked by thieves on the road to Tuckburg. Pitch black it was. Didn't see a thing besides the cloak of one of them heading off the road with swift feet. But when I stopped to check the load, I discovered I'd been robbed. Can't say. When I finally built up the courage to inform him he was nowhere to be found. Instead, there was another man. An associate of his, as he explained. Anyway, this other man was very straight to the point. Said I needed to compensate their loss. Pay him back for everything that was stolen. I tried to explain that I didn't have that kind of coin, but then he threatened to kill me. From there, I didn't know what to do. So I made up a story about heading for Doland. But instead, I just came here to drink until I think of something. That's my story. Now if you excuse me, I think I hear my owl calling.
いや、こいつが悪いだろ。おめえが悪いよ、もう。いや、すごいな。めちゃくちゃ綺麗やな。ほんまに。最後のやつだけ救いようなかったの。
Vorda, there's a group of ruffian scouts progressing up the southern road and toward Far End. I'm going to need you to make sure they never reach their destination.
Why send me? Tinruth's been tracking that group for the past 2 days.
You have experience in that region, and your skills as an archer will prove invaluable when paired with the hills down there.
But it was not my skills that led you to this decision, was it?
You leave first thing tomorrow.
Top of the
混ぜ
morning.
て
I see you've returned. What did you discover? This is no coincidence then. Thank you for this information, Outlander. Here is your reward.
200? 舐めてんのか？人助け舐めてんのか？
There's a lot to do.
なんだ時間があるときって。
What do you need?
一回寝ろってことか？
Be brief. What would you like to do next?
これ全部やるんやな。
I would have hated to spare a ranger for this one. We've heard several reports of a large wolf pack that entered in from the south a few days ago. Packs like these haven't been seen in the Shire for years, and the halflings are viewing it as a bad omen. They need to be driven back out of our land before they develop a taste for something new, like those living in the surrounding villages. What do you think? Can you handle it, or am I overestimating your ability?
広いんやからな、あんまり下手に出た方が好感度上がるんかな。まともな回答ねえな。
A wolf raid, no matter the victim, is still a serious matter. You are expected to treat it as such. Just keep in mind, wolves here in Middle Nirn are different from those you may have experienced elsewhere. Their hide is thick, and their teeth keen. If you wish to return with all your limbs attached, you will heed this warning.
え？評価めちゃくちゃ下がるやん。そうめん。攻略難易度高いよ。岩みたいな顔しやがってん。え、やば、マジで。マジで端っこまでおるやん。引くぐらい引くぐらいでかいんだが、こっから走れってこと？引くぐらいマップでかいんだが。相変わらず BGM めちゃくちゃ平和や。モンスターチックなやつも全然おらんもんな。博物館。入れない。鹿狩りはこうやるんだよ。ちょくマーカーあるけど、マジで敵いねえな。デスロード デスロード先輩がおらんにやったら、恵まれたレベル 60？ 恵まれた世界だよ。いや、弓が必要レベルじゃないな。まあ、戦いの中でレベル上げていくしかないもんな。でも弓は隠密やもんな。弱え。めっちゃ逃げるな。狼ごときに負けるわけねえだろ。何なんだこの洞窟。ここで何してたんだ。水飲んでたんか。これでまた仕事一つ終わり。食料と修繕とかやばいな。
Did you hear how the men in Bray describe us?
Yes, I do recall sitting in on one of their conversations some time ago.
It's still surprising to me how little the outside world knows of us.
And for our sake, it'd be best if their knowledge of us remained a mystery.
How'd it go? Were you successful? Here's your payment. I believe you'll find it more than adequate for the task you performed.
200？ 命をかけた結果が
Speak it.
200円
There's
さ。
a lot to do. What do you need? What would you like to do next? We've overheard rumors of goblin camps here in the Shire. I'll be honest with you. We receive tales like this quite frequently. Usually some young halfling trying to spook his friends. Nevertheless, there is a slight possibility these rumors have some truth behind them. In any case, I suggest you proceed with great caution. The goblins around here are more clever than most, and will undoubtedly be tucked away in the shadows, invisible to the untrained eye.
あ、普通のものじゃないんで
Once
大
you
丈夫
find
で
the
すよ。
entrance to their camp, there will most likely be a riddle for you to solve. No two goblin riddles are the same. That said, your mission is to search the area where our rumors point to, and see if you can find the goblin camp. If you do, find out how to get inside by solving the riddle, and then get that information back to me as soon as possible. That is it. We'll handle it from there.
ということはつまり皆殺しにしろってことか。入り口を開けた後そうめんの元に戻らないといけない。こっちからドラゴンボーンっすよ。そんなことできないわけないだろう。ランタンかっけえけど赤でいいんか。ほんまに赤でいいんか。遠いんだわ。あー、なるほど。あー、ダクソではない。あ、爆破すればよくね。なんだこれ、魔法か。道を示すような魔法はないんだよ。まあ破壊すればよくね、こんな。 千里眼。はい。あげろおい。え僕ゴブリンボーンじゃないんで、これのこれはないんすよね。あ、これ追従型やった。あ、いつの間に知らん間になんか変な増えたりするよな。いや、これ、わからん。ゴブリンなんかわかんねえて。うちの世界じゃおらんのだわ。なんもおらんけどな。ラフィアンの放浪者。レベル1。おお、ゴブリンの開き方教えろ、これ。教えんかい。 マジでなんだわからんぞ。ゴブリン結界最強か？無理か。ヒントがないやん。ゴブリンの住処を見つけられるか見極めよう。無理でした。そうめんの元戻るか？待つ。30秒待ったら現れるとかそんなわけないよな。お？早く走ると捉えるのが難しい。歩みを安定させると流れ出す。重関節症やばいでしょ。重関節症が暗号やとしたら相当解読するの難しいよ。天才や。 歩みを安定させると流れ出す。天才では。オプション洞窟に入る現れちゃったけど。一人でこの問題を片付けたら彼の評価がさらに上がるかもしれない。本当かなぁ。ゴブリンの族長を殺す。いいね。完全にあいつらやな。ファルマーか。いや、おレベル3やて。数が多いのはゴブリンって感じやな。え？HP 多いだけやろうけど、体調だけ体調だけ格違いすぎるだろ。何があったんだよ。ついていってるやつレベル3やぞ。ナロー系やんけお前。普通に弱いな。でも最強のゴブリンとして転生してきたばっかりみたいな経験がないな。多いな。いや、多いな。え？泳げるんや。いや、すごいすごいすごい。皆殺しやん。 族長いっぱいいるんか？やば。いや、外れるんかい。広いな、意外と。これを作れる、やば。これを作れる頭脳はあるのに、誰も気づかへんな。あっちが族長な。っていうか、追い払う方法を見つけるってなんだ？族長殺すか。2人目の族長。あ、これファルマーやから。ファルマーやから気づかんのか。近い近い。ゴミ箱かよ。もっといいもん略奪してもっといいもん入れとけよ。 終わった。こっちか。こんにちはーす。残像やったか。うん。追い払う方法って何やったんやろ。なさそうやけどな。この規模を追い払う方法って。いや、これでそうめんさんの好感度爆上がりですわ。
Why did Thorman invest so much time into teaching me how to ride a horse? Nobody here uses a horse.
We used to. They were extremely handy when travelling across the vast landscape here. But as the darker days grew, Thorman decided the horses would draw too much attention, so we released them.
闇が広がってる
Maybe
気配
one
が
day
一
he
切ない
hopes
ん
that
だ
you
よ
will see a Shire untouched by evil. Then you'll be able to put those skills to good use.
闇が広がってる要素がない。
Were the rumors true?
なんで嘘つくのこれ。殺しておいたよ。
You did what? You're a fool. My orders were to discover the way in and get that information to me. That was it. You cannot solve every problem by swinging an axe into it. There's a good chance you only shook their nest, and the last thing we need is a goblin clan going berserk across the Shire.
いや、一掃したんだよな。
But perhaps I am being too harsh. While it is true you disobeyed my orders and I will not endorse that behavior, you did clear out a goblin camp by yourself. That is no small feat. And it should not be overlooked. Here is your reward.
750、評価が下がった。
What would you like to do next? I'm going to hand you over to Tinruth for this one. She'll be needing help collecting. Speak to her to receive your orders in broader detail.
評価下がることしかないんだが。
Thorman asked you to help with a food supply run? Finally! It's about time I washed my hands of these trivial tasks. I'm glad he found a replacement. You'd better get well acquainted with duties like these. You'd be carrying them out a lot, that's for sure. whining? You know what? You try collecting and preparing meals for the next 7 months. Then we'll see if you're still as happy to help. Huh.
なぜそう思うんだい？なぜ笑うんだいみたいな。
Well, you're not one of us. And although Thorman's never allowed any non-ranger into the base before, I can't imagine you'd be getting anything important. But these are just my suspicions. At any rate, we should focus on the task Thorman sent you over for. Our food supply is running low again, and contrary to some folks' favorite legends, we can't survive without it.
肉持ってくれいいだけだろ。
Since you're new here, I'll make it simple. You collect the field berries and wood deer venison. Should be easy enough as they're both located in the ravine-filled forest. I'll handle the rest. Sound fair? We should start immediately. If you think the others are a little grumpy now, just wait till their bellies are empty. I'll meet you back here when you're done.
地下肉1でいいの。足りなくね。5人っしょ。
My past? Wow, no one's ever asked me that before. I mean, of course. Typical newcomers are quite likely to find even the dullest days of a ranger interesting in comparison to their own lives. I must have forgotten that.
君よりもはるかに面白い人生を歩んできた自信がある。
I doubt that. When's the last time you stayed up a full 48 hours keeping a careful watch over the base to ensure nothing foul got near? Never? That's what I
48時間のところがお前。
Now
こっちは
anyway, you must
最後に寝
have
たの
felt
が
my
いつかわからんぞ。
past. I was raised alongside Adonin, my older brother, by my aunt and uncle. My uncle took it upon himself to teach Adonin the tricks and values of a ranger when his work permitted. I guess he must have felt bad about excluding me from their exercises, because it was not long before I was involved in the training. Adonin wasn't the slightest bit fond of this, however. I guess being beaten in a spar by his younger sister was too much to handle. He'd probably still complain about it today if he were here. One. But it was an intense one. If you talked to him, he'd probably say I rigged it. But how was I supposed to know where the end of the cliff was? Well, we used to battle everywhere we could. The higher up, the better. And I may have tripped him. But I certainly didn't know he'd fall 10 yards in the air. I just assessed the situation and worked quickly to take full use of my advantage. Something did. Or rather, he brought something upon himself. I don't really want to talk about it right now, okay? In fact, there's some other tasks the others wanted me to carry out. I should probably get those done. Maybe later, alright. I prefer to focus on the present or future for the moment.
めんどくさいやつやな。ニカス。ぶどう銃がだりーな。マーカーがあるんや。あ、えぐこれ。 たー。これがブドウか。どれやね。これか。あれあ、もう13個。あれ肉いつの間にないけど。1個で足りるんか？戦闘してる奴らが。
Vorda, there's a group of ruffian scouts progressing up the southern road and toward Far End. I'm going to need you to make sure they never reach their destination.
Why send me? Tinruth's been tracking that group for the past 2 days.
You have experience in that region, and your skills as an archer will prove invaluable when paired with the hills down there.
Good. This should last us a short while at
Skills led you
least.
to this decision, was
Bruma
it?
told me to give you this.
You leave first thing
Go
tomorrow.
ahead and speak with him again next chance you get.
そうなん、これは好感度上がったやろ。
That should be enough for now. I'll have one of the others pick up the last assignment.
何も変化ないんや。
You've been of much help. I wonder if you feel ready for more
壁の修復誰かに
serious
やって
work.
もらったんや。つまらないことのお使いはもううんざりだ。もちろん引き受けますよ、もう。
Outlander, you are beginning to impress me. I could not ask for a better answer. I think you make a fine asset for our small band of protectors. Very well. Take some time to get yourself properly rested, and return to me when you're ready for more work.
新しい会話増えてもレンジャーどこにいるかわからんからめんどくさいんだよ。やった方がいいんかな。
Thorman told us about your efforts, friend. Good work. You certainly made our lives a bit easier. You may go a long way with that attitude. But you'd best prepare yourself. I believe Thorman has another task for you. What about us? Sorry, I don't quite catch your meaning.
何口説き始めたけど。どうした？
My eyes are green. I'm not sure if you noticed that.
いや、草。あー、プレミ。
I applaud your recovery, or whatever you call that. But I cannot accept such a compliment. I suggest we keep things professional between us, especially since any distractions could put the entire Shire at risk. Not at all. What's on your mind? Last time, I briefly covered the defence of a few farmers. Well, shortly afterward, my parents travelled to River. That's actually where they would drop me off, whenever they needed to go where it was too dangerous for children. Sometimes they would be gone for several months, other times only a few. But regardless, I spent a considerable amount of time in Riverfell, studying under the elves. They were quite acceptive of me, actually, and treated me much as a pupil of theirs. They taught a great many things, most of which I seem to have forgotten, but among them were certain elven songs, traditions, and medicine. I couldn't do that. The elves were patient with me and offered many valuable tips, but unfortunately my singing voice is still bad enough to bruise fruit and frighten children. There is no need for empty flattery. I still can't sing. I'm one of the few non-elves who can. It was a topic of much interest to me back in my young years, and the elves were eager to show me the basics. I cannot claim to apply it as well as they can, but I'd wager I'm not very far behind.
Oh, なんやこいつ。話してくれと言わんばかりに。
Keeping busy, Is there something you're trying to say? Defensively, only dealing out justice once an unjust act has been made. Some might argue that this is a fool's approach, and that such a delay would only cripple our effort. But how would we discern ourselves from the enemy if we struck without fair cause? The punishment should come after the crime, not before. That's good to hear. Not many rangers have the wisdom to take a traditional stance anymore, and yet an unblooded does. Times have certainly changed.
Oh. 激しく評価上がった。
I suppose I have some time. What about? It was a gift from an old associate. I have no time. Did you need something, or are you just trying to find someone to mock?
ああ、下がった。あなたをほどほどに見ている。わからん。
And what business of yours would that be anyway? The future is what you should concern yourself with, not the past. For your sake, you'd better hope the past doesn't repeat itself. But in either case, now, is there something else we could talk about?
ああ、下がった。
Trust me, I talk more often than I'd prefer. That's the problem with all these young Nunamorians and newcomers around. Everyone wants a conversation. I hope you recognize the irony of your Now, I assume you had a better reason for talking with me?
上がった。
Haven't we already covered this? Besides, you don't really want to know.
めっちゃ過去知りたがるやん、主人公。すごいな。
Why must you persist like this? It's not enough to say I refuse to speak of such times. You are much too curious for your own good, Outlander.
ああ、下がった。
Sure.
このギャルゲームむずすぎ。
Oh, didn't see you there.
Keeping busy, I hope. I was looking for a chance to speak with you again. I have an interesting proposal. As you can tell, our company isn't doing so well. We require help, reinforcements, even. As you probably heard, you cannot become a ranger. It's not in your blood. And it is not a profession you can choose or train to become. However, we do need people we can trust. People who can help us plan and execute orders. I think you might be someone who could fill that role. So, my question is, would you be willing to become an honorable ranger within our company?
とは
What? This is outrageous! Besides, you already have a recruit amongst your ranks. Me!
You would bring someone we've only just met right into our
てめえじゃ力不足だってことだよ。
This reasoning.
A little unexpected and sudden. But we need the extra hands, alright?
Yes?
I am not surprised that this announcement causes confusion and excitement in the hearts of my friends. But I stand by my decision. What say you? Will you accept my offer?
だが断る。EMQ って。なんだ EMQ って。ミニゲーム始まんのか？あ、断ったら、なんだ。真の英雄がどうやって脅威と逆境に立ち向かうことか見せてや
I
る。
wonder if I should take offense to your choice of words. But
あ、
let us see how you fare before we judge too soon. Yet I am but one man whose trust you've begun to win. My companions might think otherwise, and rightly so. Before you can walk the path of the ranger, you should make an effort to earn their trust. If you require the whereabouts of the other rangers, please talk to Buyersell or myself.
行動が信頼になるだろうが。てめえらの敵を全部ぶち殺したら信頼にならんか。他のレンジャーの信頼、そんな簡単に得られねえだろう。どこ行きやがったあいつ。あの新米風情がよ。誰もおらへん。あ？一人一人、つまりクエストを受けろってことやな。おらんけどみんな。全員外か？
Speak your piece. She is patrolling the northern borders, but she should have been done by now. In all honesty, I fear something vile has come of it. I just hope she steered clear of the goblin encampments up there.
おいおい、ゴブリンにすら勝てない奴が味方にいるんか？そのままゴブリンの奴隷にさせたらどうだ？つまり彼女は危険な状態なのか？なんかめっちゃバカっぽい回答やけど。
Perhaps. I still hold no proof, only suspicion. But if what I suspect turns out to be true, she could be in grave danger. Regardless, I need someone to find her. I'll mark the area I suspect she disappeared at on your map. If you find her, escort her out of trouble, and tell her to report to me.
新米やからな。
Be brief. I just sent him to patrol the southern ravine fields. If you're looking for him, I'd try somewhere around the Brarywine Bridge. If he's not there, just follow the road east for a little bit. Alright then.
じゃあない、新米。読めへんけど、新米探しに行ったろ。やばー。やばー。マジか。これは行くまでに死んじゃうな。死ぬか奴隷にされてるな、これ。ティンルース肉立てにされてたらどうしよう。靴下。いやー、平和やな。でもゴブリンが脅威になってる世界には見えねえ。でかっ。
Nobody can tell me I didn't.
おりまーす。お、ゴブリンじゃん。 これはゴブリンは皆殺しの方針でええんか。したいか。いやな。レベル3とレベル100しかおらん。どうなってんねん。SAO の世界みたいになってるやん。こんなところでもめちゃくちゃいい BGM。ん？え？急に適正レベル。なこいつ春歩？あ、こっちか。やべえ、マジでこの弓。強すぎる。どこ行くねん一体。 それでもなお絶対に門番をやるという。あれここじゃないよな。見えない壁でもない。あれでもこっちじゃないもんな。なんだここ。この先なんだが。ゴブリンめー。これは絶対だるいやつやな。またなんか番号岩がないんだよな。待って。いていていて。 降りるしかないんか。でいいんかい。なんだ、残像使うのうまいな。え？どこまで行ったんや。もう完全に。え？なんだあれ。あれでもここを攻略する以外の道はないよな。捕まってるとしたらもう完全に一番奥まで連れてかれてるやん。助からねえよ。ここのゴブリンがどういう生き物なんか知らんけど。真摯なゴブリンやったらええけど。 ゴブリンの味といちいちバカ広いな。なんだこれ、危ねえ。これ何人かゴブリン落ちてんだろう。ちょうど矢のあれに当たったんか。なるほど。言うてろくなもんもないよな。あれ、ここに来るんかい。上か。戻ってきた。最初ここ行ったよな。こっちも行ったし、下？ こっちこっちこっちこっちでこっちこっち。こっちか。みんな死んでる。これは落ちた時に上がってくるよ。なあ、急に。たまに急に落ちるんだな。足つってんのか。戦いにもならんな、ゴブリン相手では。おいおいおいおい。どうすんだこれ。道がありません。この洞窟から出ることもできないんだが、 直接通じる道がない。つまりどういうことだよ。エリアを移動することすらできない。いや、ギミックも何もないんだよな。あそこっぽいけど上に行く道がない。まあ直接通じる道ない言うてるもんな。ブックショットみたいな場所しかないけど。リンクじゃねえんだよ。 いや、絶対フックショットじゃん、これ。何か道が現れる気配もない。いや、半ぐらいに終わるつもりやったんやけどな。ここだけで4、50分かかってるやん。解決策なし。いや、さすがに厳しいな。終わるか。クエスト名わからんし。厚かましいなんちゃらね。最悪クイックロードがあるし。とりあえずここら辺で今日は終わるか。未解決やけど封印されてしまった。罠に引っかかった。レンジャーの罠にかけられたな。強すぎたがゆえに。道が現れるわけでもなし。 終わるか。というわけで、無理な解決不可能なんで、今日はここまで。解決方法を探るか、探るしかないんか。クイックロード使ってでもね、この続きから、できるだけこの続きからやりたいと思います。お疲れ様でした。